Hello, hello. Why did it stop screening?
I see stuff.
Check 1, 2, 3. Unmute it now. What about now, guys? Can you hear me now? Video working with little to no sound. That sounds like a microphone issue, maybe. Just heard a click. We're getting there. So they can see the video. I do not have sound either. Yes, there's sound. I hear you. Whoa, it's going crazy. Audio is good. Hear you now. All right. So one real quick time, guys, the power of live webinars. That's amazing. Now, I wonder if that's because I'm on here. Let me see if I can now share the same screen. All right. Now let's see if they can hear us if I switch over to the actual webinar screen. Ask them what they see, Jocelyn. Make sure that we can see everything correctly. And let's try this again. All right. What do you see now, guys? Tell me what you see. Jocelyn, what do they see now?
Daryl is getting very upset with us because we are not changing the embed feature in the video settings.
In the video settings. Ask him if that's in the Hangout or on YouTube.
The YouTube video settings.
Tell him that the YouTube video is not showing up because this is a live Hangout. So people do have sound. Do people still have sound?
Not on Webinar Jam.
Some people just said they on the chat that they did, though. Guys, we will get this fixed. I apologize for any inconvenience on your schedule.
We're going to have to do something.
Well, okay, why could they hear me just now on the chat? Like everyone started saying, yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sound, but no video. Video is working on YouTube. Still no sound. Sound on Webinar Jam. Video on YouTube. Oh, goodness.
Oh, my gosh. Crazy. How is this even happening?
We have never had this problem. We've used Webinar Jam several times.
We have never once had a problem with any of our webinars. But it happens. We'll figure it out eventually. What about now? I've moved the tab in there. Ask Daryl if he wants me. How do we get to the YouTube settings? I don't know what to do. I have no clue how to fix this problem. So on YouTube, there's no video, but there is sound, right? And on
Chris says, I love you guys. Well, we're glad somebody loves us.
This happens to everybody. We tell people this all the time, man. All right. So
click the pencil, Aaron says.
Click the pencil. Okay. Where in YouTube? I know that, but the video is not there. Like when I go to our YouTube channel, this video hangout is not there. It's not there. Good times. Well, 10 minutes into the webinar. Good times.
Joanne says it ain't got to be perfect.
It ain't got to be perfect, baby. We're all here and having a good time. But we will fix this. I've never had this happen. So I'm going to go to the video manager. And this video does not exist. It's not here. So it's not in our YouTube feed right now.
All right. The best thing to do, most people are saying that they have YouTube. Can somebody put a link to the YouTube video in case maybe somebody can't hear it? Because, I mean, I don't really know what to do. That's probably the best thing that we can do at this point.
Please ask them in the chat room, is the video and the audio working on YouTube? And can they even see our slides? Because if they can't see our slides, we can't do the presentation.
Paul says, I think you've got it set to a secondary desktop.
Okay, I do. What about now? Can they see our slides? Well, at least the replay will be fun.
Yeah, good luck to you.
Good luck with the replay.
Watch it on the
can
replay.
You see? So they can hear and they can see the slides, right? Good times, guys. It happens.
Okay. Paul says, I see a mountain. Jamie sees the slides. Amanda sees the slides. A lot of people see the slides. It's moving so fast.
Can they hear us too? Can they also hear
Fern
us?
says yes, can hear audio.
Okay. Is that on YouTube or in the chat room or in our actual webinar jam?
Nobody can see Webinar Jam.
Nobody can see Webinar Jam. All right. So keep telling people to go to YouTube, I guess. We'll have to roll with it. We will have to roll with it. All right, guys. Well, that was fun. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to knock this out. And worst case scenario, Jocelyn will keep funneling people over to the YouTube channel. Hopefully it works. We're going to skip that tech check because we already have. And we'll skip through all of our normal madness. Jocelyn and I will be on the mic for the rest of the presentation. Jocelyn will be jumping in, and she will be in the chat room with you guys. Apologize for getting started a little late.
I'm sorry for the technical
issues.
But
as you know, online business, it ain't got to be perfect. It's just got to be done. We will get this webinar done. We will get this thing set up. And worst case scenario, the replay will go out tomorrow, and it is what it is. All right. All right. So let's jump straight into our topic. May skip through a few slides here that we had at the beginning to jump straight into what we were going to talk about today. And that is online memberships. Those of you who are familiar with me and Jocelyn and listen to the Flip Lifestyle podcast, you know that we do love memberships. We have tried to make money online in a number of different ways. We've been very successful on the internet over the last 4 years with a lot of different products, a lot of different services. But memberships really change the game for us. We believe that online memberships are the best way to earn a steady, predictable, growing income on the very unpredictable internet, as you have seen with our technical difficulties tonight. So that's what we want to talk about with you guys today. This is the first time that we have done a webinar since May. Maybe that's why we're having so many difficulties, Jocelyn. We are a little rusty, a little out of practice. But we will roll through this. We're going to talk a little bit about why memberships changed our life, changed our business, how it made everything less stressful, how it allowed us to get our workload down to about 10 to 20 hours a week. And then we're going to show all of you guys how memberships online work. It's not as complicated as you think. A lot of people out there make it way too hard of a process. And we are going to show you a very simple way to get an online membership site ready to go. It's the same system that we use. And we've seen hundreds of other people put it in place as well through our Flip Your Life community and in our Flip Lifestyle podcast. And then we will be doing a live Q&A at the very end. So make sure that you have the YouTube channel open in one browser, and maybe you can minimize the chat in the other, and so that we can take your questions online. We rarely take questions from outside of our membership anymore. So this will be a great chance for you guys to jump in and get those questions answered.
People are saying they see your desktop on YouTube.
What desktop do they see?
The mouse.
I don't know why.
You've got like a million things up and you need to like close all of them.
All right, hold on.
Shane seriously has like 8 desktops open.
Yeah, I got 8 desktops open, so I got to find the right desktop. Hold on. This has just been hilarious. How'd you get to that screen? How'd you do that?
Okay, if you all are new to us, like we really
we usually don't screw up this bad.
We're really not this technically incompetent.
Okay. This is going to be really funny when we talk later about people in our membership, like if they can't do technology.
Okay, they got slides. Let's roll.
They got slides right now?
Woo! All right, let's go.
Everybody's got slides. All right. So we're going to jump into a Q&A after that, and I'm going to get right into the content now so that we can move forward with this awesome webinar. This is amazing. This is really fun. Seriously. All right, guys. For those of you who are sticking with it through all of our technical difficulties, I have an awesome bonus for you guys. Anyone who sticks around until the end of the webinar, I'm going to show you how to pick out an awesome and profitable niche online. We're going to release one of our most popular videos in our Flip Your Life community. This is the most watched training in our Flip Your Life community. It's our Avatar Masterclass. And it's going to show you exactly how to build an avatar, find a niche that makes money online, find a problem that you are expert enough in to solve so that you can get a head start on your online business. This is the first time that we've ever released this video. And boy, you guys deserve it. I may throw in a second video for sitting through all of our technical difficulties today. But this is a $299 value, and we are going to give it to you totally 100%. For free tonight, whether you are a member of the Flip Your Life community or not. And I will let you know how to get that once we get through the Q&A later in tonight's presentation. Now let's actually get into learning about memberships. Let me tell you a little bit about why Jocelyn and I switched to memberships and why we think that memberships are so much better than selling digital products or one-off sales or selling physical products, drop shipping on eBay or Amazon or anything like that, or even affiliate links or affiliate clicks or putting Google ads on your website. We believe that there's nothing better and nothing easier to make money online than membership websites. And really what tells us that is the numbers. You know, if you can get 100 people to give you $50 a month, you've got $5,000 a month. Out of all the 3.2 billion people on the internet, all you really need to make $60,000 a year is 100 people. You've got to provide enough value and solve an ongoing problem month after month to make that $60,000 a year. If you can find 500 people to give you $50 a month, that's $25,000 a month. Now think about that. That's a big number. And it sounds so impossible when someone would come up to you and say, is it possible to make $25,000 or more a month? Well, all you need is 500 people out of the 3.2 billion people on the planet that use the internet to give you $50 a month, and you'll make $300,000 a year. That's where we started with the membership model. We said, how can we do this consistently? How can we go month after month and not have to worry about missing sales? And the answer was membership sites. And we're the proof that it does work. We have over 1,000 members in all of our membership communities between Flip Lifestyle, our education companies like USHistoryTeachers.com, elementarylibrarian.com. And those people pay up to $99 a month. All right. So we have some varying prices in between. Jocelyn's membership is about $49 a month. And our normal price usually for Flip Lifestyle is around $99 a month. And we have 1,000 people doing that month after month after month in steady, predictable, passive growing income. But it's not just us. We've seen a number of people launch successful memberships in our Flip Your Life community. Evan Burst, we talk about him a lot on our podcast. You know, he launched a membership and he has over 200 members. Jeanette Stein, she has over 300 members in her membership. And Rebecca Decker, an awesome member of our Flip Your Life community, just said the other day that she has 400 and something students in her membership community. And none of these people are in the make money online niche. You know, Jocelyn is selling lesson plans to teachers. Evan is an artist. Jeanette is also a teacher. Rebecca is in the healthcare space. So there's so many crazy ways that you can set up a membership and get a lot of people to pay you these monthly premiums every single month. Jocelyn, what do you think is the craziest thing we've ever heard anybody start a website about, like memberships?
We have seen some really wild ones. Probably my favorite is the Venus Flytrap website.
Right, yeah, that was an awesome one. A guy just set up a membership, and month after month, he grows Venus flytraps with all of his members so that they can all, I guess, keep their Venus flytraps alive. So whatever your idea is, whatever business you're in now, some of you may already have a website, you may already be making money online, but you're selling products, you're selling video courses one-off here and there. A membership is a great way to stabilize your income and make a solid income month after month. Now, for those of you who may not know who me and Jocelyn are, I really apologize for all of our technical difficulties. I promise you we know how to use our computers better than this, but the internet did not cooperate tonight. But how did we go from high school teachers to the king and queen of online memberships? And we say that as our title now because some people walked up to us at an event recently. We were in Podcast Movement in Chicago, and some people came up to us. They're like, "Oh, Shane and Jocelyn, we listen to your podcast. We're so glad we're meeting you. It's awesome." And they're like, "You're like the king and queen of online memberships. Nobody knows it better than you guys." And then that person actually joined our community when they said that. So we're kind of adopting that as our title now. I'm just going to get us a little crown, and we're just going to be the king and queen of memberships. But Jocelyn and I started our online journey about 4 years ago. We were both teachers. I was a football coach as well. Jocelyn was an elementary librarian. Had 2 kids. You can see Isaac and Anna Joe there. And, you know, we were just going about life, and we had some things happen to us at work that really made us question whether we wanted to stick with the 9-to-5, stick with education. And we started looking for other ways to make money. One day on my lawnmower out cutting my grass, I was listening to a podcast, and I heard about guys making money online, selling physical goods, making money off ad clicks, even selling ebooks and making plenty of money online. And I said, this has to be the way that we can get out of our 9-to-5 jobs, quit teaching, and find a way to make money for ourselves. So we tried some things, and we tell a story all the time about our first money online. It was 11 cents. It was on a Google ad click on a random blog that we had created. And that really showed us that we could make money online, but we didn't know exactly how to make money online. I mean, you can't make a living off making 11-cent clicks. So we had to try some things to figure out how to make a steady, predictable income. We have kids, we have responsibilities, and we couldn't, go through boom and bust periods with our online business. It had to give us money every month to pay the bills. Since that first 11 cents and all the things that we've tried, we have done a lot online. We've made over $1 million. We now make more each month than in a year teaching. We do work at home, and we travel all over the place with our kids because we are completely location independent. We can work anywhere we need to as long as we have our laptop. And that all comes now from our memberships, but we tried a lot of things to get to this point. The first thing that we did, of course, was those ad and affiliate links, but we realized really quickly, if we were just going to try to write blog content, if we were just going to try to make things and get people to click on ads, it was going to be really hard to get enough traffic to make any money. So we abandoned that very quickly. We started researching physical products. Maybe we could drop ship things, sell things on eBay, do things on Amazon, things like that. But we pretty much X'd that one out right away too, because we didn't have enough money to build inventory. We didn't have enough time to sit and box all the goods and buy all the stuff. And that was just too complicated to get into. Where we really hit it big was on information products. We started selling lesson plans and playbooks for football online. And we made a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars selling these information products. But there was a problem. We would go through periods of boom and bust. High energy. We would spend 70, 80 hours a week building up to these huge launches like back to school for teaching or, football preseason, getting all that stuff ready. And we would always hit these periods where we would make almost no money because people weren't buying our stuff. And we got up every single day stressed out saying, gosh, I hope someone buys something today, or I hope someone sees that ad and buys that one-off product. And then we were having a lot of trouble getting repeat buyers. Nobody was coming back because they would buy our products, they would take them, and then they would just leave. So we decided that information products was a great way to make money, and it was going to be a part of our strategy. But we had to figure out a way to make recurring revenue. And that's when we came up with the membership model. We decided to start building communities around all of our information products. Take these things and put them behind a membership wall, put them in a place where people could get to them and talk to each other and talk to us. And that's when things really took off in our online business. Let's talk about a couple reasons why they work so well, and then I'm going to show you exactly how to set up a membership site. All right. Number one, membership works really well because people are used to making monthly payments. You know, every one of us has to pay our electric bill every month. Every one of us has to pay our gas bill every month. Everybody has to pay insurance. So while people may not be used to paying $500 for an information product, they're very used to paying $50 or $60 a month. So it's not a very hard sell because you're just asking people to do the things that they already normally do. It's hard to get people to see something that says $1,200 for my videos and ebooks. Or you could say $50 a month for all this stuff and you can get in and look at it. It's a lot easier to sell people on that. Think about something that you pay for online. Think about something, that you pay for every month. Like we all pay for our cable bill. We all pay for our cell phone bill. And I know it's really strange to see underwear on this list, but Jocelyn and I actually subscribe to an underwear service. And it's kind of like the Dollar Shave Club for men. You know how they send you razors every month? Well, this place actually will send you a new pair of underwear. So you never have to shop again for underwear if you sign up for this.
Underwear?
Yeah, meundies.com. Go to meundies.com. You can schedule it, and they'll just send you all your underwear.
Yes, somebody was talking about it online, and I was like, it's a pretty good idea. Charlie says TMI.
Yeah, this is way TMI. I was actually, Charlie, I was actually going to put TMI on this slide. But
I know.
But it was just a funny example of how people are so used to just paying for subscriptions, whether it's magazines, razors, underwear. You can get on Amazon. We have everything that's not perishable pretty much set up on a recurring schedule to come to
Paper
us, like
towels,
soup and bread and things like that.
Dishwasher soap.
Yeah, dishwasher soap, napkins, things like that. People are just used to paying monthly payments. Did anybody else put anything interesting in there? Like,
Most people are just freaking out because we subscribe to an underwear service.
I knew that was Jocelyn's idea, by the way, to put that in the slide. So
listen, we live in Kentucky.
Never a dull. Yeah, there's no good
to
underwear
shop,
here.
okay?
I can't go buy Fruit of the Loom every time. I gotta have something coming.
Todd says water, sewer, trash.
Water, sewer, trash, all of that stuff, garbage. We're just used to paying for things like that. Okay, so whether it's utilities or underwear, we're all used to paying monthly stuff, and so are your customers. It's okay to them. A lot of people have a fear of asking people to pay monthly, but everything in our life, everything in our society is designed to be a monthly payment. So why not make your online business the same thing and take advantage of that? The second reason it works so well, and this is the biggest thing that we noticed when we started, is it's less of a financial barrier of entry. People don't have to spend so much money to get into your products. When we were selling elementary librarian lesson plans, Jocelyn was charging almost $500 just to get into them, just to get that first lesson. If you wanted one lesson, you had to pay the whole $500 up front. When we started charging about $50 a month for the elementary librarian lesson plans, it opened a floodgate. Hundreds of people that would have never pulled out their credit card to pay $500 up front ended up paying $50 a month. Even though if you add that up over an entire year, that's going to end up being $600. It's a little bit more to do it on the monthly payment, but it's easier for your customers to go after their wallet and get that $50 a month than it is to come up with $500 all at once. And this goes back to that same principle of how we live our lives. Why do people pay car payments? Because it's hard to save up $20,000 or $30,000 for a new car. Why do we pay mortgages and house payments? Because it would be almost impossible to save up $200,000 for a house. You can do it, and that's a great thing to do if you can. But even Dave Ramsey, the financial guru who is against all debt, leaves an allowance for a big purchase like that to be broken down into some kind of monthly mortgage payment. It's so much easier to get more customers faster. You can make more money over time, because what if that person stays for 2 years paying $50 a month? You would have made $500, but now the lifetime value of that customer is $1,200. By using these low monthly payments, it's so much easier to make a ton of sales and make them so much faster. You can see on Jocelyn's website, we still have the year price, that big price sitting there. And if you're a teacher on a $35,000 to $40,000 a year salary who really needs these lesson plans, when you get here, if the only number you ever saw was at $439, you would probably just hit back and feel really bad because you couldn't afford it. But now that there is an easy monthly price of like $1.50 or something a day, you can totally justify it. And you can see here that same person at $49 has complete access to all 500 lesson plans as the person who buys for the year, or the person who used to buy all the lesson plans at once. It's such an easy sell to get people to grab that monthly price. Same thing for coaching. In our Flip Your Life community, we have a $99 a month price. But most coaches that we know, we're friends with a lot of gurus, a lot of coaches, people like that. They're asking people to pay them $500 to talk to them for an hour. They're asking people to pay $3,000 a month to coach or mentor somebody. And we knew that people could never afford that. The people that needed it the most, the people that really wanted to get out there and make this online business thing go. So we created a membership area that we could charge a low monthly price for. And it's allowed so many more people to get involved in online business, to get in a big mastermind with hundreds of other entrepreneurs that may have never joined something like this if they had to pay one of those gigantic coaching prices. So the bottom line is these low prices really help people get in the door. The next thing that is so huge about memberships and why they're so much better is you create forever customers. You don't have to spend so much energy going out to find new people to buy your stuff. That's what was killing us in the second year of our online business after we had quit our job. We were spending countless hours every week trying to get in front of the right people, trying to find new areas where we could make sales, trying to come up with enough money to run enough ads to get in front of enough people to keep making money, because you would sell to Jimmy one week, then Jimmy would go away, and then you'd have to go find Joe the next week, and Joe wouldn't show up sometimes, so you didn't have any money. And it was just such a boom and bust situation. But if you have a membership, you sell them once, they spend it once, and then they keep paying as long as you keep delivering value to that person. You build this friendship and this relationship over time. with people in your community. And it's so much easier to keep and retain the customers you have than to go out and acquire new customers all the time. Upsells and resales are also way easier than new sales. You can make additional income off the back end of your membership because your members are going to need other services and help. So instead of going out and creating a new product and trying to sell it to a new person, you can create a new product specifically designed to help the people in your membership, and they will go ahead and upsell to that later, and you can make additional revenue. We have friends that do this all the time. They set up like different situations where people can show up and meet with them live. We do the same thing. We have live events all the time. When people are really ready to take it to the next level and they need some live guidance from us, we will sell a live membership or a live mastermind to our members, so we can monetize more money off the back end of just normal monthly payments. We do masterminds in our community too, where it's like we hang out for a month on Google Hangouts. We get together once a week. It's a high level mastermind, but it's not in person. But it's another way that we monetize inside of our membership for our members. When we see something that we can serve 10, 12 people in our community, we create that, get them together, and we go ahead and move forward. And sometimes we do live hangouts as well, where we can get with people and charge for that, to where people can come together and meet and have that community experience. You're really creating lifetime customers that are going to continue buying your services. Think of it how an insurance salesman works. He'll sell you your car insurance, but he knows if he can get your car insurance, then he can offer you a good deal on your house. And then he can sell you your life insurance, and he can sell your health insurance, and he can be that person that serves you all the time. That's why memberships work online as well. You can meet all the needs for that person, one-stop shop, and they don't have to go anywhere else. Why would they spend their money in other places when they can keep spending their money with you? I promise you this, guys. We've seen it all and done it all. We flew all over the world to different high-level masterminds. We went to all kinds of live events, and we've studied everything you can possibly study about online business in the past 4 or 5 years. And we believe with our hearts that online memberships are the best way to earn a steady, predictable, growing income on the internet. It's been so good to us to be able to look and say, we've got X members that are going to keep paying for the next 6 months. We can hire this person. We can invest in some ads. We can do this because we know the revenue is going to keep coming. That is not true with any other form of online business. All right. So now that you know the why, we're going to get into the how. All right. So whenever you hear this, barring technical difficulties, type "let's do this" in the chat. Jocelyn's in there right now waiting for it. We're a little delayed on the audio, I think. But I'm going to roll on in and show you exactly how to set up an online membership. All right. We took some questions recently in our Flip Your Life community. I wanted to see what people needed to know about online memberships so I could create this training. So I'm going to share with you a couple questions from actual Flip Your Life community members. These are people that are in our community, and everything we do every day starts with our people. So we're going to go ahead and read a couple of these questions now to set up what I'm about to teach you in this next part of the training. Kevin Depew from relaxandlearnguitar.com says, "Hey, Shane and Jocelyn, I'm all in on the membership model and my website is ready. What are the basic steps for setting up a membership online fast?" And Joanne Westbrook, who was doing something else but has had a slight pivot, so she's kind of resetting where she is in her online business, said, "I am just starting out. I don't have my website yet for my new domain. I would love to know the most simple and effective way to set up my membership site, what tools to use, to-do list, etc." So this next part of the presentation is going to answer these questions for our members so that they can get started on their membership. All right, here are the 4 things that you need to run a money-making membership. It's really simple. There's not a lot to it. Number 1, you're going to need a WordPress website. Number 2, you're going to need a place to deliver content and talk to members, okay? And the reason that is in one number there is because those are going to be together when I go over that. You're going to need a way to protect your content and your conversations so that people who are not members cannot see it. And you're going to need a way to collect money because we're running an online business. You got to be able to have some kind of transaction. You got to be able to do it month after month. You can't be waiting for people to send you a check. No, this is online business. We can automate this. It can automatically have recurring income where it scans their card for you. So we got to be able to set that up as well. Those are the 4 steps, the 4 things you need to put in place to create a membership. You're going to see how easy this is in the next few slides. We've had members set up their membership in 1, maybe 2 days. Okay, so this is going to be really simple. And if you already have a website, it's a super fast process that you can put in place right away. All right, first, you're going to need a WordPress website. I know some people use other websites, but WordPress really is the platform for entrepreneurs. It runs the web. It really does. It runs all of the internet marketing on the web. If you're not on WordPress, you're really going to have trouble finding support. You're really going to have trouble finding all the tools and resources that you're going to need to create your membership. So if you're not on WordPress, I would highly suggest you switch to be able to do this correctly. If you are just getting started online and you're getting ready to get your first website domain, you need to go to a platform, a hosting company that allows you to use WordPress because it's going to be so much easier, so much smoother to get your membership off the ground, okay? If you need any help setting up your WordPress website, we do have training for that in the Flip Your Life forums. All you have to do is, if you're a member, is log in, go to the training forums, and you will be able to find a video that will show you exactly how to set that up so that you can make sure you are in good position to get your membership ready. All right, the next thing you're going to need is a place to deliver content and talk to members. What we recommend and what we use is a simple forum. A forum just like you've always used on the internet. I mean, I'm talking all the way back into the 90s when the first bulletin boards and forums popped up. These forums have become so powerful as a content management system. You can really do all the talking and all the content delivery you need right here in a forum. In fact, you don't even need some expensive $1,000 forum or something you've got to go hire a developer to plug in for you. If you have a WordPress website, all you really need is bbPress. bbPress is a forum that is specifically designed by the developers of WordPress to work with WordPress. It's smooth, it's easy to use, it's easy to install. We do have trainings for that in our community as well. But bbPress is how we have built all of our businesses. All of our communities run on bbBest forums for the content delivery and for the communication with our members. You can see here we have hundreds of members, thousands of conversations, thousands of posts going on in our community, and all of that runs on a simple forum. If someone needs to ask us a question, they leave it in the forum, and we come in and answer it. Groups can form within our community around posts. We have a book club. All we have to do is put a book up and everyone can talk in it. All you need to talk to your members really is a forum like bbPress. Now, content is going to go directly into the forums very easily. When we want to teach something, like if we want to do a video like this that you're watching right now, we just take it and we make the video, we upload it to a service like Vimeo, somewhere where you can store media files, and we just embed that right into a forum post. We just say, hey, do you want to learn how to make a great product for your online business? Here, watch this training. And then if you have questions, you can leave them in a reply to this topic. And people can come in, you can answer their questions, and all of a sudden you're building this huge Q&A, this huge community, this huge question and answer session right there under your video, so that when new people come into your community, new people come in to access your resources, they've already got all their questions answered right there. They can just read through all the Q&As. If you get the same question twice, you can just refer to another post, and it all builds right there with the content. You do not need expensive software to deliver courses. All you have to do is record the videos, record your presentation, and embed them into your forums and let the conversation flow around them. This was the biggest breakthrough that we had when we discovered, when we started wanting to do memberships, is how are we going to get the content out? How are we going to talk to our members? And then we just figured out, we stepped back and said, hey, all we have to do is have a forum, and we can put all of our content in there, and we can talk to our members every day. It's going to be super smooth, super easy. And most importantly, it's scalable, where you can have hundreds of customers at once, and you just manage them all through this forum delivery system. Okay? You're also going to use your forums to talk to your members. We force all of our communications and all of our communities to go through our forums. The only thing we use email for at all is customer support, like can't log in, something's broken, just reporting stuff like that. If members send us an email, we tell them, hey, this would be a great topic for the forums, because every conversation that happens in your community, in your forum, is going to be recorded forever, and it's going to be searchable. So like, take this question right here. We have a discussion going on with 17 replies about Facebook ads. If someone later comes in and types in Facebook ads in our search forum, they can find that conversation, and it may answer their question before they even have to post. So not only are you creating a system where you can communicate with people easily, but also it's a huge database of content that just keeps building and building and building. All right, after you get your forum in place, you've got to have a way to protect your content and your conversations, okay? Well, if you went to Flipped Lifestyle right now and tried to see any of our content, you would be met by this screen where we show success stories from our members and a login box. So how do we make that login box work? You use a simple WordPress membership plugin. The two best ones that I've seen are Paid Memberships Pro and Wishlist plus BBPress, which is an actual plugin that connects Wishlist to BBPress. These are very simple, very inexpensive. Many of our members use Paid Membership Pro. We do have a member-created tutorial on how to hook up Paid Membership Pro to your BBPress forums. But it's so easy to just log this in. You check a couple boxes, and all of your forums are protected. Okay? So right now, we only have two plugins. We have BBPress and maybe Paid Memberships Pro, and you have a working, functional membership that you can start charging for. So how do we collect the money? You have to use an online payment processor. There's a lot of them out there. Think PayPal and things like that. There's a couple other ones like Authorize.net. Some customer service management systems like Infusionsoft, they have their own. Excuse me. But we prefer Stripe. Stripe has really easy integration with Paid Memberships Pro. It's got great analytics. It's great. Their website's great. It's really easy to use. And if we were going to outright recommend what you should use as a payment processor, then we would definitely probably go with Stripe. So, guys, I know you're looking for this big magic pill, that this complicated thing, and it's, if we can just build this, huge machine, well, this will all work. But it's really not that complicated. You only need a WordPress website. You need a BBPress forum. You need to be able to host your content somewhere like Vimeo if you're using video. If you're not using video, you don't even need the Vimeo component. You need something to protect your forums, Paid Memberships Pro, and you need a payment processor. That's all you need, is you need those 5 things. There is no excuse for anyone that wants to do this to not be able to set this up in a week and try it. If you've already got a website and you've already got content out there and you've already got a following and you want to do a membership, you can literally do it quickly. You don't need a ton of content to start your membership. You could open it just as a community if you wanted to. You could put 2 or 3 training videos in there and go for it and add content every month. But the actual structure of how the membership works, that's it. Those 5 things: WordPress, BBPress, Vimeo, Paid Memberships Pro, or something else that'll protect your forums and your payment processor. Okay, that's how we do it. We don't use Paid Memberships Pro. We actually have Infusionsoft. So we have another plugin called iMember 360. Same thing. But everything else here we do use for all of our membership sites in all of our communities. Okay. All right, we're about to take questions. Just want to remind everyone that coming up, we're going to get you access to this avatar video. Doesn't matter how good your membership is if you don't know who you're selling to and what you're selling. So we're going to get you access to that as soon as possible. And we're about to start the live Q&A with S&J. So if you do have any questions about the memberships, you can do that now. Go ahead and ask those in the chat.
You can change the little chat icon to one that looks like a QA, and that will help us to be able to see the questions a little bit better. I have some already.
Okay, we got some questions right now. So let's let a couple more go in there real quick. All right, let's go ahead and take the first question, Jocelyn.
Okay, this is from Cal. Cal says, please tell me why you like to use BBPress instead of Facebook groups.
Okay, the reason that we don't use Facebook groups, and this is really important, is I will never build our business on rented land. If Facebook shuts down my group, and I've got hundreds of people paying for access to that group, and they can. I know people who had a Facebook group with thousands of people paying them money, and they got shut down. It doesn't matter if Facebook gives you a good reason. It doesn't matter if it comes up in 2 or 3 weeks. It can affect your business. Also, Facebook is horrific for organizing content. It's just a big stream of consciousness, and it's almost impossible to have good conversations, find old threads. BBPress is a content management system that's searchable, and it's so much easier to have isolated conversations, to be able to get notifications and see where your people are. And then, Jocelyn, you don't like it either because it's kind of a vortex, right?
Yeah, for me, first of all, in the education space, a lot of schools block Facebook, so people cannot get on it from school.
And that's true for a lot of companies too, like corporate businesses.
Yeah, so like if you're targeting educators or someone who's not allowed to get on Facebook during the day, then it's not really going to be too good for them. So I don't like it for that reason. And also, like if I get on there, I get on there to check my group, and the next thing you know, I'm like watching videos of my kids' dance recital or something.
Right.
For me, it's a big distraction, so I don't like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't use third party things like Facebook for this. Those are actually better tools to find people to join your membership than they are to actually put it behind a private wall and charge for access to it. We have had way more success inside of a forum. Okay. Do we have any more questions right now?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch.
Okay.
Jeff wants to know if we use Wishlist.
No, we do not. We do not. We use Infusionsoft, so we have to use iMember 360. I would say that 50 to 60% of our users are using membership websites right now, all of our community, and they're probably mostly using Paid Memberships Pro, I think.
Yeah, there are a few outliers as always,
For
and
sure.
there are pros and cons to all of them, just like anything else. Let's see.
Jocelyn's going to gather a couple more questions real quick. While she does that, we got a lot of questions coming in, so she's going to skim through there. Let me tell you a little bit about our community, and it might make some things a little more clear. And maybe if you need some help with your online business or your memberships, you can come into the Flip Your Life community, and we can give you that help you need. Our community is set up just like this. It's a forum where people have access to action plans, general discussion. They can ask us questions every day, post success stories. There's all kinds of stuff going on inside the Flip Your Life community. Lots of groups, regional groups. We have people on every continent but Antarctica and almost every state in America in the Flip Your Life community. So there's a lot going on in the background, but all the action pretty much happens here in the forums. We give what we do in our forum is we provide accountability, motivation, and coaching for people in real time. Jocelyn's community for her elementary librarian provides content. People need lesson plans in real time. But the Flip Your Life community is all about us working with our students. People come in, ask questions. We show them what to do next. And we personally help people launch these membership sites all the time. It's really different from other online coaching communities as well. We're actually in the community every single day. You're not alone in there. We've got hundreds of people in there. It's such an active community. It really blows our mind. Jocelyn always tells people it's the best community on the planet of anything that we do. And we give people step-by-step, day-by-day advice tailored to your questions. Anything you need with any kind of online business, but especially for membership websites, we can help you with. And wanted to let everybody know that there is a special going on for our community tonight. If you wanted to jump in there and get us to help you set up your membership. And we'll talk a little bit more about that here in a little while. Okay. All right, Jocelyn, let's jump into some more Q&As.
Okay, there are a lot, so I'll get to as many as I can. Okay, Kathy wants to know: did you use a beta group for Flip Your Life before you opened them up to before you opened it up to the general public? We did. Before we started our membership on Flip Lifestyle, we had sold a couple of courses, so sort of like one-off products before that.
How much did we charge for those? I don't remember.
I think it was around 400
yeah,
something
like
dollars. Yeah, and so when we did that, we had sort of people that were starting us out, and then we opened it up to other people on our email list. So basically we just said, we have a limited number of beta spots available for this price, and this is going to be a price that you'll never be able to get again. This is like a real special offer. And we had a lot of people take us up on that, and we probably still have some people that are still paying that beta rate because we told them we would never increase it on them as long as they never quit the membership.
Yeah.
So that's usually how you go about doing something like that.
Yeah. Beta launches are good for two reasons. Number one, you get people in to break things and figure out if they want to be in your membership. Number two, you get people locked in at a lower rate. So when you raise your price, they never quit. They just keep paying month after month, because if you let them in for $39 a month and you eventually raise your price to $89 a month, they're not going to quit because they'll have to come back in at a higher price. So most people hang on to those prices. It's a very good strategy for launching memberships. Okay.
Okay, let's see. There are some questions that are not related to memberships. If you're a Flip Your Life member, you can ask those in the community. And if not, we'll try to get to some of them here in a little bit. Todd says, is there a maximum or a minimum amount of money that you should not go under for memberships? I don't want to be too high, not too low. This is like a $1 million
The pricing
question. Yeah, we get this question a lot.
Don't be too low. I would say that originally. Like we pretty much tell people stay in the, if you're going to start a membership of any kind, there's no reason to charge less than $29, maybe $19 just to have a one little entry beta thing. But you can't price your membership at $2.50. If you get 1,000 people at $2.50, what is that, Jocelyn? It's like $2,000.
I don't know. Our math skills are not great.
So I mean, you're not going to make any money charging low prices. Everything, if you're not providing enough value to charge $29, then you shouldn't be in the game. So stay in the 20s and try to work your way up. The magic number is 50. We try to, anything we do, we try to create. We want 100 people to give us $50 a month, or 500 people to give us $50 a month. Or in some cases, we want 50 people to give us $100 a month if it's really, really super valuable, like the content in Flip Your Life.
Yeah, and I just wanted to throw in there that, I mean, you have to remember that a trip through the drive-through for us that we're a family of 4 is about $30.
Right.
So you don't want to like cheapen it too much, because I think that makes people think that it's not valuable.
Nobody's going to get their wallet out to pay $9.95 a month. They're not going to do it. So,
and again, it depends on your niche. It depends on what other people are charging. It depends on a lot of different things. So there is no magic number, but just make sure you're not going too low.
Too high is better than too low. Too high usually works out.
Too high, you can lower it.
Exactly.
All right, let's see. Casey says, I currently have a very small membership, Holistic Health for Women. I have about 25 women so far. I'm stuck about how to get the word out to more people. I would love 250 women in my membership, but I have no idea how to get there.
Yeah. This is what we do in Flip Your Life primarily because there's so many variables. There's not a magic flag you can wave and say, if you go do these 3 things, you'll get 50 members. We have to look at your space. We have to look at the competition. We have to look what other groups exist online. What I do is I go in and help people do more like a deep dive keyword research. And then I go into Facebook with them and help them find other free groups and things like that they may have overlooked. But the main thing you have to do is get more in front of more eyeballs. There's 2 ways to do that. Time and money. You can take time to get in front of places where these people are already hanging out online, or you can spend money to do Facebook ads and do things like that. We prefer buying ads to do that, not dabbling in ads, not trying an ad for a week and it didn't work, so I turn it off for a month and then I try another ad for a week. We prefer spending money on advertising at highly targeted interest groups and keywords to get our message in front of the right people. And that will help your community grow. Most people plateau when they run out of emails. They've squeezed their email list dry, basically. So the only solution there is to get more leads. And that's going to take time, experimentation, and you're going to have to spend some money if you really want to grow.
All right. Wendy says, do you have anyone who has set up just a community without a lot of content to start out?
Yes. Almost all of the people in our community do it that way and add content as they go. Just to get the doors open, just to work the kinks out. It's kind of like if you've got a 10-step process that you're going to create, why not just create 1 and 2 and then create the rest as you go? You can even pre-sell and show an outline of what you're going to do in the future. Evan Burse is a great example of this. He was going to create this massive 20, 30 video thing about drawing. He's a comic book drawer. So he was going to draw like,
an artist.
Or an artist. He's a comic book drawer. That's what we say in Kentucky. But he had like 30 videos he was going to make. And I'm like, nah, dude, make 1 through 4. Get those in the membership and then launch it and just call it, volume 1 or something. So he did that and opened his membership, made like 10 grand the first day and like 30 grand the first month. So get something going, get the doors open. This is a much better process if you just kind of learn as you go.
Okay. And on that note, I was just going to say, we pre-sell pretty much everything. Like, we don't make a big product without knowing if people are willing to buy it. And I like the pre-sell strategy because I think that it also makes it easier for you to develop the content. Like, people can tell you if you're going in the right direction and what else they would like to see. So just keep that in mind. Amanda says, do we need to have an email list started to get a decent start to a membership, or how do we get people to start signing up?
All right. This is a philosophy that we have about memberships and all online business. Okay. This is the classic example of if you build it, they will come kind of deal that almost everybody else teaches. Just start making content, just start doing this and everything will be okay. We believe in product first. We believe that you should step back, research thoroughly and understand the problem you're trying to solve, and then create your membership in a small form that you can pre-launch, and then start growing your list and driving people to it. Okay. So I believe that you should view your membership first. That's what I would do if I was starting over right now. If I decided to start a new website, I would have a membership with some content. Then I would make content for the public blog. And then I would start promoting it to grow my list and have somewhere for those people to go. Emails without a product, websites without a product, those are hobbies, not businesses. If you've got a product, you've got a business. Now we go find customers to take there.
Okay. Let me see. All right. Maisie says, what is the approximate monthly expense for WordPress, BBPress, Stripe, etc.?
I would say if you set it up exactly like we had it done, it would probably take you maybe, you could probably, Vimeo is $200 a year or something like that. So whatever that divides by 12, don't make me do it here on the radio, guys, please. And, then your plugins are going to cost you maybe $50 if you want support, a couple $100 a year. I mean, you could probably do it easily for less than $150 to $200 a month, I would say. And that's like with some money figured in to buy a random plugin for your website with some random ads that you're going to run to try to build a little traffic. But it's not an expensive process. WordPress is free. You just have to pay for hosting. BBPress is free. Paid Member Pro, you have to buy. Vimeo, you got to buy, but it's pretty inexpensive. And then Stripe just takes fees off sales, right?
Yeah, it's like a percentage. I'm not exactly sure of the percentage, but pretty much any payment processor is going to take a percentage. So, I mean, there are costs to doing business. That's the whole thing about business. But online business costs compared to like a physical business, they're going to be a lot less. So, I mean, it's definitely something to consider, and you need to look into it before you dive in, but it's relatively inexpensive to start an online
also
business.
too, this is a question I use too to weed out people who may or may not join Flip Your Life. Not you in particular, but I'm just saying, if all you're worried about is the cost and you're not worried about the solutions, how to find a way to pay the cost, and you're not viewing those costs as an investment in your future, you're not going to succeed because you're going to always do everything on the cheap. Jocelyn and I, when we started our online business, we sold everything. I had these books that were signed by an author that I loved, and he had passed away, so they were very valuable. I sold them all. We sold our house. We sold this big, beautiful house with a swimming pool. We loved that house, but we sold it and moved into a smaller house so that we could afford to quit our jobs later, have that extra money every month to buy into the online business. It's the same thing with investing in coaching or investing in plugins. You have to do stuff like that or you're not going to make it. Don't listen to the people that tell you can run an online business on a shoestring. Spend what you need to spend, do what you got to do, and make it happen. Okay.
Okay. This one is about our membership, so I wanted to get it in here. Tara says, I'm not going to lie, $99 a month is high. How do you price your membership?
We price our membership actually based on what other people charge. Most people in our space charge for coaching somewhere between $400 and dollars an hour to all the way to like $3,000 to $4,000 a month to work with them. And when we decided to create Flip Your Life, one of our goals was to make it affordable, but it has to be managed with our time. So most of the things that we do, we base it on the time that we spend in the community and what it's actually worth to us to do that. So that's where our price comes from. It's actually much, much cheaper than almost any coaching community where the person that owns it is actually in there. There's a lot of communities out there that charge $50 to $100 a month. You go in, it's all videos, and you never get to talk to the person you hear on the podcast. You never get to see the person that you see on the video. And that is, you can ask any member that's here right now.
And people have actually jumped into the chat
Exactly.
here and told about how much Shane and I personally go into our community
pretty much
multiple
every day.
days a week.
Yep.
And we answer pretty much every post that's been new since the last time that we were there.
Yep.
And we don't just answer it with a few words. I mean, we really work with you. We get to know your business. And that's another reason that we keep our price a little higher than maybe you might think, is because we don't want people to come in for a month and say, oh, this is not for me, I'm out. Because
I don't want dabblers.
We do take our time to get to know you, to get to know your business. And to us, that's a valuable service.
We want our members to have skin in the game, because it's just like anything else. You get something for free in life, you get something for cheap in life. You usually don't pay attention to it. But, we want people to be investing. We want people to be committed to the community. And that's why we price it the way we do. But it's actually much lower than most places you would find for actual one-on-one coaching in the forums.
Okay, let's see what we got next. There are a lot of questions, and if I miss you, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Carol says, I see you have tiers and different payment plans. How about tiers and content? So have a part of the content in one lower plan and additional more advanced content for a higher tier.
You can do that. You can totally do that. That's called what that's called in membership lingo is an aspirational product. So like someone can come in at a beginning level and say, oh, I'm going to get this content and this much access. But then they say when they get to the next level, they have to upsell and upgrade and pay more. That is a valid way to do that 100%. What we usually do with almost all of our memberships, though, is we put all the content in one level, period. Everybody can get to all the content. But we block off access. That's what you pay more for. So the $100 a month for our forum, for example, we're in the forums. We do a monthly member call just like this where we answer your questions, but we only answer our member questions. And it's a lot smaller. There's usually about 30 to 40 people on each call because we move them around. When we do those monthly member calls, we have different time zones and different times. So we kind of block people off into different sets. And then if people want more access to us, then they can join our mastermind that we do about every other month or every third month, which costs, it costs money to actually in extra to do that, because then that is a weekly call with 10 people where you get a ton of personalized attention. Or people will pay more to go to our live events in addition to their membership fee. So we have other ways that we do aspirational products. We use access, but you could totally do content. That would be a fine way to do that.
All right, Paula wants to know, can you embed videos into your forums?
Yep. That's exactly what all of ours are. Everything is pretty much just an embed.
Yeah, we've tried a lot of different services. We really like Vimeo. It's been the most, I guess, problem-free one as far as like technical difficulties, which is funny after tonight. But Vimeo does not give us very many technical difficulties, so we really like that one.
Okay.
Angel says, how do you overcome the obstacle of your audience losing the need for your services on the membership, like guitar lessons, for instance?
Well, I would argue right there that like they would never lose your. Here's let me answer this in two ways. Number one, there's always a new song to sing. There's always a new song to learn. It's just like online business. There's always something new every single day. Like I'm gonna go learn tonight why Webinar Jam messed up on us. I got to figure that out. There's always something else that you're going to need help with. Education. You always have to teach the next day. Football, there's always going to be a new season. So the content, if you create it correctly and you're strategic about it, yes. Now, if your whole membership is based on how to change a tire, they're not going to pay every month for that. They would only need it when they want to learn how to change a tire. Once they know, it's gone. But if it's how to work on old cars, there's probably always something new to do that. The second thing is this. Take our example with Kevin, his guitar example. People come for the content, but they stay for the leadership and the community. They don't want to leave their friends once they're a member for 5. So we have people in our Flip Your Life community who are meeting in public now, meeting in person.
On their own,
getting together, just having meetups. And there was one in Ohio a couple months ago. Like they're just getting together. They don't want to leave their friends. They're in there. They're masterminding together. They're going through life together. And people don't want to lose that. So a lot of times we see people come for the content, but they stay because of everything else. And that's what will happen in your membership as well. I want to stress that this is the biggest mistake you can make in a membership is set it and forget it. That is not what we're trying to teach you to do. That's not what passive income is. Passive income means that you can make money and make sales when you're not around, but you still have to serve your community. You still have to grow your community, and you have to be. You can't be an absentee landlord and hope that your membership works. If you're in it and you're involved and you're controlled and your community is good, people will keep paying month after month.
All right, Jennifer says, how can I determine what I can offer as a membership site? I like the idea of a membership site, but I don't know what I can offer. And then she says, I love rehabbing houses, but I don't know how I can make that a membership.
All right, I'll go back here real quick. That's what this is going to do right here. Let me get back to that slide. This video that you're going to get at the end of this presentation is exactly what you're talking about. It's going to help you go through the process of figuring out what you're expert enough in, what you can sell, what you know, what you can provide. It's going to help you do the research, help you build an avatar, which is like your perfect customer. And it's going to help you identify exactly what problem they have that you can solve as that entry into your membership. So just for showing up today, you're going to get that fixed. This is usually only available inside of our community. And we have dozens of videos like this that teach all kinds of different things. Like the next video in this series is actually how to build that product and how to seed that membership. But this video tonight that you're going to get for free at the end of this webinar is going to go for that. And then if you want to get more access to stuff like this, jump on in the Flip Your Life community. We will actually help you research and go through your first idea and set all that up. Also, remember, for everybody out there just starting, your first idea probably won't make it. So the most important thing is not to get the perfect idea. It's to do a little research and give yourself a chance, but then try, then start. We started 3 or 4 websites before one took off. We didn't just swing and hit a home run, and neither will you. But you've got to get in the game, or you're never going to have a chance of it being successful. Okay? All right. All right, we'll take a couple more questions.
Let me see. I think we've covered most of these. Let's get to I'm just looking through the questions to see if there's others about memberships. Let's see. Daryl says, have you ever considered using the Rainmaker platform for memberships? I haven't used it, but I'm considering it. I've heard kind of mixed reviews on it. Somebody put in the chat that they didn't recommend it. So
I think the biggest thing we always do is keep everything simple, and we don't try to follow the trends. So like, I don't jump on every platform that comes out. It's just a forum. That's what, if you put Rainmaker in, here's what's going to happen. There's going to be a place to put courses, and there's going to be a place to talk to your members. That's exactly what a forum does. They just try to make it look fancier and prettier. So I would not use it. We just use the forum. But I mean, really, you can replace any tool that we mentioned tonight with anything else that is comparable to that.
All right. My last question about memberships is from Allison. What about a membership site that provides digital products for brides? Once they get married, they wouldn't need the material any longer. Would this be bad that your audience ends?
No, I actually know a girl that does that exact same thing. She has a website, where they serve brides, but then they follow up afterwards with all the things like marriage support for your first year of marriage. And then they have like an area in their community for when you have your first child. And they have all of these other things that support what's going to happen next for that person. So that's a classic example of this one event, this one piece of content can draw people in. But once they get in there, once they hang out with people, once they come in, they keep moving into these different paths. You don't have to, lock it down and like only create one path in your membership. You can branch off to that. So there is a way to do that. All you have to do is be creative and figure out how you can serve as many people as possible. Okay. All right, guys, we do have a few new members. I want to real quick before we go into that video and tell you how to get access to that avatar video. I want to show our new members what we're going to do tonight. Head over to fliplifestyle.com for all of you that have just signed up. Welcome to the community. Click on the Flip Your Life login over on the left, and that is going to take you to the registration page that we saw earlier in the slideshow. Log in, and the first thing that we want you to do tonight is go into the Start Here forum. I will be jumping into the forums as soon as we get off of this webinar. Make sure you log in, tell us who you are, tell us about your idea, and let's get you going down the path towards success with your online membership. After you do your Start Here forum, head over to the training courses. We've got lots of videos. If you need help with a website, need help getting those forums set up, or if you just want to watch that avatar video tonight and get that idea going, we will start chatting about that in the discussion forum. All you have to do is once you get through the training videos of your choice, go ask questions. This is the heart of the Flip Your Life community. Go in, ask a question. We will get up and we will check that for you every day. Other members will chime in. We have an amazing community. We've got people at all levels, people that just started and people who have hundreds of members, and everybody helps each other. It's just an amazing place. And usually you will get responses within 24 hours of anything that you post. After you figure out your first question, I will help you determine what your next steps are. Jocelyn will jump in and hold you accountable in our action plans forum. Everybody posts on Monday what they're going to do all week, and we jump in and support each other, encourage each other, and help hold each other accountable to make sure that we're getting those things ticked off our list to build our online businesses. And when you have those successes, whether it's a 450% increase in revenue or making your first sale, we post those in our success forum. So if you need a little motivation, you need a little inspiration, maybe you just, kind of waded in and said, well, I think I can do this, but I'm not sure. Go look at what hundreds of other people have done before you. These are real people in real niches making money online, and it will inspire you to keep going and make it happen for yourself as well. Also, remember that we are having a special tonight. There is a quarterly price. You do get 1 month free on that, but it's actually buy 2, get 1 month free. So it's a 3-month plan where 1 month is free. It's a little bit cheaper. We love to reward commitment to the Flip Your Life community. So if you say you're in for 3 months, you can get a discount. Also, too, our annual prices are being raised this month. This will be the last chance that we're going to have anybody to get in at, I think it's like 70% off or something right now of the monthly price. It's something like $500, but it's the whole year. You get access and you get to be on the Flipped Lifestyle podcast. Anybody that signs up for the annual plan, you move to the front of the line. Everybody else has to wait for 6 months of membership before they can actually sign up to be on our show. But anyone that commits for a year and buys the annual plan, we do move you to the front of the line. So join tonight and save, guys. We'd love to have you in our community. And anything else you need, you can find us in the forums at fliplifestyle.com. I'll hang out in the chat room for a few minutes if anybody has any questions about the Flip Your Life community. And for those of you who are hanging on for that avatar video, here it is. You can access that right now for free. First time it's ever been available outside of the Flip Your Life community at fliplifestyle.com/avatar-masterclass. So write that down. I'll leave that slide right there for a couple minutes so that everyone can write that down. We'll put that in the chat room as well. And there will be an email going out tomorrow with the replay to make sure that you have access to that. Or if you need to watch this again to go take some more notes, you can catch that at the end of the slide. Okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, we apologize. We have no clue what happened with the audio and the video of our webinar.
Thank you to those who stuck with us.
Yeah,
we
appreciate that so much. I hope that you got something out of that. I tried to rush through the slides a little bit because we were 30 minutes late getting started. So I hope I didn't go too fast. But if you have any questions, check out that replay. And if you need us, you can find us in the Flip Your Life community. We would love to help you build and grow your online business. So until next time, do whatever you got to do, guys. Get out there and take action and flip your life. We'll see you then.
Bye.